Oh boy. Okay. That's a nice one. Didn't take too terribly long. There we go. Alrighty. It's a nice fish. Took a few casts. I'm starting to get a little nervous there for a second because I've struggled so much to make this pattern work. But anyways, well, welcome back to another edition of Low IQ Fishing. I'm out on Table Rock Lake today. I decided to launch out of Cape Fear. I actually have it, and let's see, I think I fished 7 out of the last 10 days, and the last 6 of which I've been bouncing around other areas. I went to Lake of the Ozarks for 2 or 3 days, and had a lot of success up there. Caught a lot of bass, caught a lot of crappie. The crappie spawned really good up there. But anyways, I decided to come down here and see if the Senko bite was a little bit better than it was last weekend. I've just been having trouble getting that freaking pattern going. Everybody else on Facebook seems to not be having any issues. Ned Rig and Senko are killing them. Man, I'd come down just like absolutely had to just struggle to make that pattern work. I don't know. So I'm down here. I'm in my usual spots that I've had success in the past. So we're going to give it a try and see how many I can put in the boat today. If you like this kind of content, you might consider subscribing, smashing the like button, comments. We love the comments. We love to interact with everybody, get people's opinion. And if there's something that I do that you might be interested in, learn a little bit more about, you can message me and we can discuss whatever. I just pretty much do what everybody knows to do. You know, I might have a trick or two, it might interest somebody, you know, but anyways, yeah, consider doing that. We have most of the people that watch our content actually aren't subscribed. I think that's kind of a common deal for most channels, but you know, if you find yourself tuning into our stuff more and more, you might consider just subscribing. That way you can set your notifications and you can know when we put new content out, which is every other week is when we put a full-length video, and I think Isaac puts out a couple of shorts a week, like on Wednesdays and Sundays or something like that. And then he has a TikTok. He puts some little shorts and stuff on. And I've got a Facebook page, Low IQ Fishing Official, and I'll do just like little videos from the lake or whatever off my cell phone, just like a daily update, you know, just in case a person's kind of thinking about maybe going to lake that day, you know, kind of like just a daily little report. I've been doing that a little bit. I need to get better at it, but at any rate, I'm going to get back to fishing, hopefully put another one in the boat for you guys to watch. Thanks for watching. A little chilly this morning. Truck said 43. I think my phone said 41 at sunrise. Kind of had me concerned that maybe you'd pull them off a little bit, but I think it's pretty well. I don't think there's pretty much any weather event that's going to stop them from the process of getting into these floated bushes and spawning and all that stuff at this rate. First week of May, I mean, should start being able to get into some pretty solid patterns now and stick with them, so I would think, but who knows? I'm wrong all the time. I just tied a buzzbait on. Last year I caught them pretty good in the back of this on a buzzbait. Like, once the sun got up a little bit, they kind of did a quick little topwater flurry. I got one tied on, you never know. That is a blast having them hit that buzzbait. If I catch a few on this bank, I'm going to turn the boat around when I fish all the way to the end. I'm going to go back through with a Ned rig. Last week I did that, and seemed like there was a few fish that really wanted it on the bottom. They wouldn't eat the shaky head though, but there's a fish right here, I think, potentially. Let's see what we got going on here. Yeah. There it is. But I could follow back through with the Ned rig and do a little bit of cleanup, which was kind of fun. Okay, little spotted bass. Nice little Kentucky, real pretty. Heck yeah. So I'm going to do that, kind of go back through, maybe not pitch up all the way into the bushes. Kind of work that edge, like right when you can't see the bottom anymore with that Ned rig. That worked really good. I went down to Baxter just to get away from the logs and stuff that were up in Cape Fear because all the flooding. But anyways, got down in there and did pretty good. Like, it started out slow, did pretty good on the Senko, weightless Senko. And then I went to get on the motor and leave, and I thought, I wonder what would happen if I just reworked all that, just turned around and reran that bank with the old deadly Nedley, and sure as crap, when you think you got them all, you ain't never got them all. Usually when, like this time of year, Isaac's able to be with me a little bit more, and you know, he'd be throwing a Ned rig or a shaky head out the back of the boat, and that really helps with at least me feeling like we're covering all of our bases at that point as far as soft plastics. But being by myself, it takes a little while longer to cover all the water. I was trying to do both and switch back and forth. I'm just like, I don't know, this stuff just stresses me out. I'd rather just do the bank one way, the whole thing, and then turn around and rerun. If I catch a few, I know they're on it, and give you guy a lot more confidence to rerun something with a different presentation. Funny, these last two fish I caught, they ate it and they went to deep water immediately. When I'd reel down, I couldn't feel them, but I just let the line get kind of tight and hit them. They're like eating it and then running to deeper water. Kind of weird. Usually they eat it and then go into a bush and screw me up real bad. This little bit shallower, more gradual slope, I'm kind of working this weightless Senko out a little bit further than I normally would, because I kind of get that vibe that there's always a few kind of on the edge of your visibility. You know, so it'd be obviously the ones that are in the bushes, and that's what they want to do. But I always feel like there's just a few kind of hanging out just where you would start to not be able to see the bottom, right in that realm. So it only takes a couple of seconds longer. Why not just, I ain't got to be in contact with the bottom or nothing. I'm probably like about middle of the water column. There's a fish right here, about middle of the water column. I'll let it go. I'm going to retire that little poor guy. My Lord. It's been on there for the last week. I don't know how many fish I've caught on that. That's all the stuff I've tried in the last 7 days. Everything in there. Ridiculous. Seems to me like the flooded brush that's like right at the bank is always better, specifically in the morning. There's a fish. It's a nice one. Yeah. And then as the day wears on, it's like the stuff that kind of protrudes up from the bank 5 or 10 foot is a little bit better. All right, the largemouth. Here's the fish. I'm over here. Got a little short largemouth. Good looking little fish. Right. He is sore lipped. He's been having looks like a pretty rough couple weeks. I think that's what's messing with me a lot too. Good looking little fishy. Full of eggs. Here's one. What's in you, bud? There you go. All right. A largemouth. It's funny, man. For me, this is just an early bite deal. You know, if I get here about this time, it's tough. Seems like the first couple of years, or first year for sure, Isaac and I did it. Man, you catch these suckers all day, and now it's like after that sun gets up very high. Better and better got to make all the bites count that you're going to get first thing, because after that, that's about it. I was kind of hoping that was going to end. It might be this little bit of, this, not little bit, this cold front we got could have really slowed it down. Got one. Alright, lost one right there, caught one in the back, so kind of picking my way along. Maybe there'll be another one back there. Another one. I got a bite on it. Sucker not slack in it. Alright, little Kentucky spotted bass. Now that's 2 bites. Oh, I knew I would. Probably a few. Oh man, that's a different man. Pretty green as hell. There he is. I knew there's a few up in there. A little largemouth. There's a log laying broadside. Every time I hit that thing, you get a bite. Dealing with back here is a little bitty tiny largemouth. Alright, little one. Exactly what I'm doing. Look back in here. There he is. What? Little tiny largemouth. Wow, what a morning. I know that the James River ought to be on by now, but I don't know what's going on. It just keeps almost getting there, and then it's not, then it is again, then it isn't. It's been really tough. Thought I'd get into a little of this wind and get bit some, but I can't get any bites. I mean, just little short little bass here and there. Just really no quality. I ran all the way up to the arm. I mean, currently it's 62 degrees up in here. I mean, it's like it's March again, or end of March, early April. So anyways, I gave it my best shot. I ended up catching a few pretty decent ones first thing this morning, which I totally expected would happen, and I assumed that it was going to get a little bit tougher when the sun got up, and if I couldn't stay on that pattern, which weightless, if you have any wind at all, I mean, if you've ever done that before, it can be very difficult. So I thought the Ned rig would play a little bit more. I finally got a little pocket that had a few butt bass in it, lost a couple, caught a couple, caught one or something, I don't know. But I'm going to call it a day, get home, mow the lawn, do the domestic work, run some laundry, eat something. So if you like this kind of content, consider subscribing, hitting the like button if you like it. Comments, we always appreciate the comments. I'll be getting out probably in another week. Probably be on Table Rock, probably go south, and maybe get down to that little bit clearer water, maybe really be a little bit warmer. And I think pretty much all the reports right now are coming out of the Kimberling City. Matter of fact, I think Kings River seems like it's a little ahead of the James all year, so I'm going to start focusing on that and just bail on the James River for a while until I maybe middle, end of May, swing back up here and see if it's cooking yet. But at any rate, I hope you enjoyed this video, and if you do enjoy the video, feel free to go back and watch some of the older ones. We got, I think, about 100 videos out right now, so there's some pretty good ones on last spring and stuff. You can learn a little bit if you're interested in fishing Table Rock. But until next time, I hope to see you on the water, and if I do, I hope you're catching them. Bye.